Outside of the club, outside the things that a man like me does. Hi there, welcome to another day of accountability. We're back again. Whoo-wee! Started off on a good note. Yes, indeed. Finally finished the ultimate freelancer's guide by Free Code Camp. And yeah, that was pretty enlightening. And I noticed that I have a lot to sort out. And as such, the rest of this month will be dedicated towards that. So I'll be pushing a couple of hours at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day to push that. Because clearly it's sorting out my freelance stuff and the projects that I have at hand. So yeah, as for the projects, oh me, oh my. Today I was trying to switch up Estollo, right? Pivot Estollo from being an e-commerce company to a web design company by first changing the design. Turns out that my business bank account has been closed since your boy has been inactive ever since, it's been a slow degrading process since I've been here. So I'll just sort that out at the end of the month when I know it's okay, sharp. You see, now we're dealing with transactions. But I was like, okay, let me just work on the website. Got overwhelmed. Laptop started acting up. I checked my order on Takealot, which is an e-commerce company in South Africa, as to how long it's gonna take. Boom! 24 March. And I'm just there like 24 March. And it turns out that the order is delayed because of the Sophie modder. I'm not sure if it's gonna show, but there's nice detail. Sophie modder shades that I ordered. So I was just there like, anyways, patience is key. So yeah, I got overwhelmed by the site because I was trying to find a way to account for the site and actually figure out how do I display the site on why am I losing my words? How do I display the site on my portfolio? So I need to save it. I wanted to save the files on my laptop, but I forgot how to log on to the server and download. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's just backed it up, downloaded it on WordPress, but it didn't make sense. So I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. And then I was like, okay, shout. We need to figure out how we're going to design this stuff. And I don't feel confident as yet in deleting everything. So I was like, okay, let's not do that yet. Then for some reason, okay, Gospel finally sent a message concerning his portfolio, right? And the way forward. And I was like, all right, cool. And then all of a sudden, right, because this is where things start to get a little confusing and conjoined. And me getting off track, off schedule, and losing a sense of consciousness is when it finally intersected like this. I need to check out Godswill's themes and how I'm going to approach it. And, just started exploring the world of page builders. I know the world of themes, but page builders? Interesting. And seeing that, okay, this can extend my capabilities of customization in order to avoid coding. Yeah, and then I'll figure out where it is that I want to do the coding, especially when it comes to specific features, instead of just coding from scratch, especially when you know that this is a simple site. But hey, so that's my new thing, right? Intersection was like this. Soon enough, we're exploring Elementor. Soon enough, we're trying to add up what's happening with Figma. Where does Figma fit in this? Soon enough, we know the differentiation between Elementor and its association with WordPress and building pages, and where Figma gets in as a designer, and the difference between Shopify. And I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm getting frustrated because my laptop is acting up, it ain't trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, can my keyboard just come so that I can just switch up our systems, because clearly no, this is not it. I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't even gonna try. Woo-wee. Okay, cool. Seems a little too dark for my liking. Hopefully this does not mess it up. So, okay, cool. Yeah, I got frustrated. Then I noticed that this frustration is not helping, because now I'm all over the show and I'm multitasking and I'm going a little too fast and a little too frustrated. And now I'm counting the time instead of making the time count. This is when I saw that, yeah, I've fallen off the horse once again, but on a smaller scale. And then, yeah, that was it. After a while, I was like, you know what, it's fine. We found an alternative to Elementor Pro, and we're just gonna deal with for licks or something like that. And yeah, that's it. That's all for today, kids. That's all for today. On a better note, Pila contacted me and he said he has a stand, and I'm gonna use that. A stand, and it has a cap. No, not a camera. It has lights and stuff, so that's great. So that's it. That was today.